Things are getting very, very interesting. Some members of parliament from Mount Kenya who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua are now saying William Ruto lied to them. Ruto cheated them that upon impeaching Rigathi, Professor Kithure Kindiki was going to take over as the new deputy president. Let's listen to this MP, for his sentiments are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Listen to this.
We believed as Meru MPs that number 2 is supposed to take that place of number 1. So we signed on strength that Kindiki is going to be appointed as NDP. But from the time we passed that impeachment, things are not as they were. There is a lot of lobbying from various sectors of societies. A number of tribes, communities are lobbying to have their own, to be number 2. I'm concerned because you see now, we are hearing of somebody like Irongo Kangata. They're even calling us, they're robbing us to support them. There is also a majority leader, Kimani Ichung'wah. There is Anne Waiguru, the women caucus of governors. They are up in arms, saying that according to the speech of William Ruto, president, and he promised them that the next deputy president will be the woman, will be a woman. They are also mentioning Grandes Wanga, and also sometimes they even bring the name of Raila Odinga in the scene. So when they bring all those things in Kimeru, is what we say, Mambura ya kuyanyenje. Mambura ya kuyanyenje is not straightforward as it was. So I'm so much concerned that there are those other players who have come in the scene. See? So it shouldn't be as that rumors and as it was at that time, because he was number 2. Let's number 2 take from number 1, because number 1 has been impeached as the deputy president. More than that, when Kindiki is down here, like Central Menti, all the rivers which we have froze to express, Tharaka, where he comes from. He knows the problem we have about electricity, about drones and so on. It's not somebody whom I'm going to call and explain. It's somebody who won't be even knowing by the time I tell him that there's a problem here, he already know. So to me, it will be a great advantage. I want to insist on that one shouldn't be repeated. There is no time when William Ruto called us and told us to impeach Gachagua. It is a change sheet which, it was the changes which were in the parliament. But I have seen it that you people, you are trying to coin it and make it that it's William Ruto who told us. He did not. He did not tell us. We have our own brains. We have our own consciousness. And by the time I was saying that Gachagua will not be impeached, I wanted to be remembered. I had no idea, and I didn't have that rumor that it's Kindiki who is supposed to be the deputy president. If it's not Kindiki, me, I could not have voted out Gachagua. Our wish, the moment I started thinking the opposite, it means it's like a prayer that should not be appointed. It should not be hypothetical.
Yes. Majuto ni mjukuu, huja baadaye. Is it true that William Ruto lied to these Mount Kenya leaders who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua? That's the big question I want us to answer. Because if William Ruto today was to tell them to endorse another leader, not Professor Kithure Kindiki, will the MPs agree to Ruto's demands? Because initially, we were told Ndindi Nyoro was the leader, and then again we were told Professor Kithure Kindiki. So is it true that these leaders impeached Rigathi because they wanted Professor Kithure Kindiki? I want us to dig deep into all that for Kenyans to understand what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Let me start by saying this. The member of parliament, as much as he is entitled to his opinion, that does not mean what he's saying is what the MPs who impeached Rigathi Gachagua will be saying. I'm saying that as his own personal opinion, because even if today William Ruto was to tell the MPs who impeached Rigathi from the mountain to endorse another leader, not Professor Kithure Kindiki, they will endorse that leader as directed by William Samoei Ruto. It's a fact. William Ruto is the person who told the Mt Kenya Mps to endorse Professor Kithure Kindiki. And they did that. If William Ruto tells them right now to endorse another leader, they will do that. So I don't think it's true per se that they impeach Rigathi Gachagua because of Professor Kithure Kindiki, because of making Kithure Kindiki the new deputy president. They impeached Rigathi because Ruto directed them to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. So the member of parliament might just be airing out his opinion, but not necessarily the opinion of all the MPs from the mountain who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. And he might be doing that because he has realized the ground has become very hostile. So he's just trying to find an excuse as to why he voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. That's the first possibility. That member has found the ground hostile. He's trying to look for an excuse. He's trying to explain why he impeached Rigathi Gachagua. So he's using the ethnic or the tribal card that I impeached Rigathi Gachagua because of our son, Professor Kithure Kindiki. That's something coming out very clearly. And then secondly, if it's actually true what he's saying, then it confirms the split between Mount Kenya West and Mount Kenya East. That split is real. Mount Kenya East are yearning for one of their own, their son, to be the deputy president. So if William Ruto goes ahead in having Kithure Kindiki as his deputy, then William Ruto can easily succeed in running away with Mount Kenya East. If it's true what that MP is saying is what is also resonating on the ground, then the split on the mountain is real. There is the Mount Kenya East and Mount Kenya West. So Ruto has actually succeeded in splitting the mountain. I've always maintained here that William Ruto does not want the entire mountain. Ruto just wants a section of the mountain. If he can just walk away with the Mount Kenya East, William Ruto will be satisfied. Mount Kenya East has about 1.3 million registered voters. If Ruto can walk away with that, and then he adds it to his support bases in the Kalenjin nation, and now his new support bases being provided by Raila Odinga, then Ruto will be a happy man. So if that's the case on the ground, then Ruto has succeeded in splitting the mountain. And also listening at that member of parliament, that MP confirms the confusion among some of these members of parliament. They are very gullible. They can easily be lied to. Just as William Ruto did lie to the mountain in 2022, that he was going to form a government of Mamamboga, a government of hustlers, William Ruto is still succeeding in lying to these mountain people. That confirms the mountain is very gullible and can easily be swayed or be lied to. So the mountain again has to wake up. By now, I hope they have understood William Ruto's politics. Finally, as I conclude, if you look at what is currently happening, and more so the possible new deputy president after Rigathi Gachagua, There is a lot of lobbying going on behind the scenes. We are hearing of some people saying Musalia Mudavadi, some saying Irungu Kangata, some saying Ndindi Nyoro, some even saying Raila Odinga, some saying Anne Waiguru. From where I sit, William Ruto picking somebody from Mount Kenya West as Rigathi Gachagwa's replacement might not augur very well for him. William Ruto should not be too much ambitious of Mount Kenya West. Mount Kenya East, by picking Kithure Kindiki, he can at least walk away with the Mount Kenya East votes. But for Mount Kenya West, I'm seeing it somehow complicated. It's not guaranteed that if he picks his deputy president from Mount Kenya West, then he'll succeed in getting the votes. With regard to this impeachment, Ruto picking a deputy president from that area can easily turn out to be what Raila Odinga saw when he picked Martha Karua as his running mate in 2022. Even Martha Karua's own Gishugu constituency, Raila never won the presidential votes in that constituency. So Ruto's safest bet is just to go with Professor Kithure Kindiki. At least Mount Kenya East can reciprocate, but for Mount Kenya West, it's not guaranteed. So Ruto has to look at all these factors in order not to make a serious political blunder. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.